mid-November, but it's warming up, the sun is out, and we're underway with Princeton having some trouble fielding the restart from Clemson.
Oh, the knock back over the goal line and dots it down. 5-meter scrum.
It should be a 5-meter scrum. The referee's going to bring it back to midfield. I'm not sure I agree with that call. Looked like the Princeton player played it infield and then brought it back over the try line.
Also, that should
goal.
There was dotted down, so it should never be a short on penalty either way. 22 or a scrum. Very interesting indeed. Here we go. Anyway, we're away to the races.
That's number 6 for Princeton, Morgan Arthur.
She was a player to watch indeed, we said before this tournament, and there she goes by herself on the outside and scores a wonderful try for Princeton, much to the delight of coaches Chris Ryan. We're not going to go, his nickname's Pudge, we won't go there. But Amos Cygnus as well hopping out there, so they're looking on the sidelines. That's a great start for their team.
Yeah, Morgan Arthur, so dangerous.
Shield final up for grabs here, Shield Trophy, so it's 5-0 Princeton already. Dubious call. I'll chat to the referee afterwards. We need to find out what there was about, just so we understand that.
Well, I think that if the ball goes directly in goal off the kickoff and it hasn't been touched and it's touchdown, that is the correct call to bring it back to midfield. But it looked to me, and I think you saw it as well, like the Princeton player played it into her own goal and then touched it down, which ordinarily would have been a 5-meter scrum to Clemson.
Right.
But referee saw something different, and there's an AR helping him.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I think that I'll have to defer to them on that call.
Kickoff against the wind. The wind is stalled for a little bit, so it is taken cleanly from the Tigers. They look to move it wide now. Ball bobbles down. Unfortunately, a slight knock on there from Ravioli. And we've seen a couple of errors like that. It is tough, these passing conditions, and knock-ons all around, even in some of the cup final matches.
Good attacking spot for Princeton here, looking to extend their lead.
Oh, an early drive, unfortunately for them, and so referees are a correct call for that, and it's a short arm penalty. The Tigers. Through the hands they go. Oh, massive tackle there, bear hug-like. But they managed to rip the ball back. Going very laterally, not moving forward at all. Now finally they take it on, and that's taken from...
That's Patricia Pascuti trying to turn the corner. She's not going to make it though, but Clemson working the ball back the other way. They're keeping it alive.
This will be the third time they bring it to the side. Very nice. Now they've got some space, and just when they thought they had a knock on, and that's a turnover, Princeton ladies. They're on the offensive. And it might have been a forward pass. Yeah, forward pass.
I think it was. Is he going to come back to that original knock on? No, he said his advantage had been gained, so Clemson's going to have another chance.
They did a great job of moving the ball side to side, and then when it was finally on, unfortunately, the pass just going a bit low for one of the Clemson Tigers to collect.
Tigers versus Tigers here in the Shield final.
Yeah, very similar socks, you can see. Oh, spilling back and forth here. Just a little slippery slope going down.
Clemson's got a player down, Muriel Guinard, but she's now got to her feet. Looks like she's going to continue on.
Holding a shoulder there. Seems to be in a little bit of pain. Clemson, who beat George Washington to get into this Shield final. Great display from them in that game. But Princeton have the upper hand so far. Solid defense from the Clemson Tigers.
Let's see if they can get the ball into the hands of their danger woman, Morgan Arthur. Oh, they skip her, use her as a decoy.
And they don't need it on this one. They will go down and score a brilliant try underneath the uprights. With a kick to come, they are 10-0 in the lead.
And they're doing this into the wind. We haven't seen a lot of scoring on this side of the field, but Princeton is having little trouble breaching the Clemson Tiger defensive line.
This conversion in front, we've seen some kicks from in front go awry, so let's see how this one goes. Bree starts to pick up. Very nice kick.
Well struck.
12 points is the lead now for the Princeton ladies. They look to finish this tournament on a high with a Shield trophy. Those of you not familiar with sevens, we have the cup, then we have the plate, the bowl, and then the shield. So 4 different sections you can end up in, and that's the great thing about the sevens format as we spoke about. Goes 10 meters, knocked down from the Clemson Tigers. Very nice kick.
Clemson having all sorts of handling trouble here in this Shield final. That's the 3rd or 4th knock-on they've had.
That's really tricky. You don't get any momentum when those unforced errors happen, and then you don't have the ball either, so you're going to do most of the tackling. Really wears on the bodies.
Lots of space on the weak side here. Let's see if Morgan Arthur takes it. No, she didn't get a chance because the Clemson scrum half picked the ball from an offsides position. Now the Tigers are on attack, Princeton Tigers.
That's Arthur right now, looking for the space.
Ooh, big tackle.
Solid defense indeed coming in. Arthur goes to help out. Stepping nicely. Eeks with a good fancy footwork. Oh, another
excellent tackle by the Clemson defender and forces a turnover. Maybe Clemson can make something happen here. Kayla Campbell
just manages to keep herself in field, but coming in from an offside position. No, that's going to be the half. So Gennard brought her out of half time, says the referee, and it is going to be the Princeton ladies who hold a 12-point advantage as they go into this halftime break, and we'll be right back after this short break. Second half about to start here at the Shield final for the ladies. And we saw the Princeton scoring 2 tries. Princeton women, they're up 12-0 against the Clemson Tigers. And a great coaching staff the Princeton ladies have.
Yeah, they really have a couple big names in Chris Ryan and Emil Signes.
Yeah, well, years and years of experience between those two absolute legends of the sevens format. And Emil Signes involved with Princeton for 10 years. One of the shortest stints in his career. Oh, what a pickup from the kickoff. Phenomenal stuff. Princeton's, oh! The battering ram. Get off me. Try time.
She was not going to be denied that try. What an unbelievable run. Just steamrolled the Clemson defender.
Not sure if we were able to get a replay there, but that needs to be in the highlights for the tournament. Some fantastic bit of skill and strength. Just forcing her over as we watch the replay now. Bang! Off the kickoff.
Get out of my way.
Keep the change over. 17-0, and we're just the first play into the second half. And the coaches here have big smiles on their faces from Mr. Ryan and Mr. Cygnus. Clemson Tigers now need to try and make something of it, but unfortunately it's a knock-on straight from the kickoff.
Clemson's been plagued by the knock-ons all afternoon.
Yeah, the ball just going through it like a hot curry there. And now Princeton have another chance to see if they can work this ball around. You have the wind behind their backs. Ball pops up. Nice wrap around. Space on the outside. Also another knock-on coming on this side. So a couple of those unforced errors creeping into the play.
Combination of fatigue and the cold. Princeton running on some fresh legs now, hoping to close this one out.
Yeah, it's great that a tournament like this, you know, even if the first day doesn't go as well, there's an opportunity to compete for some of the other finals, the bowl and the shield final.
Princeton not used to being in this position. After the past 2 years, they finished third in the competition, but...
And that's right, this shield is for 13th spot, so it's a little bit of a drop, but that's the thing about sevens.
Looks like a player's lost her boot.
Oh, lovely stuff from Clemson winger here on the outside. Looks to fend, gets a... And going out of bounds here.
That was Aline Aberhalden who made the break, but nothing's going to come of it.
Yeah, she showed some good speed, just unfortunately just trapped against the touchline here. And then her teammate, Prescuti, going into touch, which also is an unforced error because you give away possession, unfortunately. So it's good to see the Clemson Tigers still giving it the full go here. That was claimed near the back of the line out. The ball spits out of the ruck. Princeton ladies struggling with the ball. And that was another knock-on. Lots of scrum practice here for the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of handling errors. Not really surprising at the end of a long weekend.
Just want to say it's been great organization though. 3 fields running at the same time. Refereeing has been very good on all fields. And of course the broadcast, so you guys can get some of the action here. ESPN 3 and of course on the USA Rugby channel. Clemson Tigers try to finish out this game with a try of their own.
Yet another knock-on. Princeton coaches taking exception to that call.
And Clemson Tigers hustling to that. Their coach is urging them on. And let's see, we got Muriel Gennard. Pronunciation's not quite accurate here from my side. Ball's out, going through the...
Looked like it went straight through the tunnel, but the referee said play on. Big hit in the midfield from Princeton.
And the ball going backwards, so play on, they say.
Hannah Miller, one of the Clemson stars, touches the ball for one of the first times today. And Clemson has possession, but they're going backwards.
Some massive hits coming in from Princeton. Clemson still have it. Oh, another tackle. Forward pass. Well, all that defensive pressure, Princeton, without the ball, gained 40 or 50 meters and now have the scrum.
They did. Fantastic work from the Lady Tigers.
Another substitute coming in here. Chris Ryan tries to get all his Tigers in. And we said earlier, 48 teams have been on display here the last 2 days. Really is one of the biggest sevens tournaments around. The wraparound, we saw it from earlier. Oh, and then just kick for the corner. This is a full race.
She saw space. If she can get a good bounce, she's going to be in. Oh!
Still managed to gather and then break free. Hounded.
Swarmed by 5 or 6 Clemson defenders.
Going the short side. And the AR is right there on the spot. Just a foot in touch on the left-hand side. That was some excellent skill with a kick for the corner.
Yeah, good vision to see how much open space there was and to put her player into that space by use of the boot.
And it is one of the Clemson ladies, number 5, Hannah Miller, who took a slight knock there. And she's recovering in the background. She still stays on the field. The line out is thrown in and gathered by the Clemson ladies. They look to clear their lines with a kick over the top.
This could be trouble. Morgan Arthur, the star for Princeton, is going to pick this up.
Arthur goes, beats the first 2 people easily, fends off the third, but gets held in the tackle. Solid defense there from the Clemson ladies. Come offside though. Referee's right there on the mark. Arthur bobbling it a bit. Looks for the wraparound, comes down the short side. Driving with her legs towards the try line. And she's over. You called it, Arthur with a double.
That's going to seal the deal. Princeton is going to be our Shield champions.
And now it's just superb defensive pressure initially. And then, of course, they've just got such dangerous attackers with ball in hand. And they're up 22-0. That probably is the last play of the game. Conversion will be attempted. Massive congrats to coaches Ryan and Cygnus. Nice kick, but just drifts to the right-hand side. And that is full time. We have here the Shield winners, Princeton ladies, and full credit and full value for that win.
Yeah, that was an excellent performance by Princeton. Never in doubt.
So we will take a short break. And when we come back, we will have Air Force against Lindenwood in the
men's 7th place match.
That is absolutely right, followed then by the ladies' 7th place match. So stay with us. We'll be back very soon.
It's about
Thank
how
you very
to raise
much.
money and awareness for girls rugby.